Oh, welcome back to Purpose Over Paycheck Midlife Reinvention with me, your host, Dr. Lisa. This is a midlife reinvention movement for women 50 and plus, 50 and over, rising in faith, walking in freedom, living in flow, and flourishing in every God designed season. This is part one of the special series that I'm doing, inspired by my book, Losing the Weight. And today we're starting here. The moment you realize you've been waiting on your own life. And I don't know that you can see the book. This is a proof copy, but anyway, it's available on Amazon. Um, You can see luggage in the background. I'm packing. I leave tomorrow. I'll be on the road for quite some time. I was able to do the intro episode to this mini series based on losing the weight in the car, waiting to get my nails done and pedicure. So those are done, but I still have so much to do. But I wanted to get this done. Um, because the travel days are such that it's just going to be a crazy time. But I realized that I had been waiting on my own life. So this episode is for women who find themselves like me, who had done everything right. You built a career, you showed up for your family, you handled responsibility with strength, you carried what needed to be carried. From the outside, your life looked stable, and it was stable. But inside, something feels paused, right? You keep telling yourself, I'll revisit that later. This is language that I've used myself, right? We've told ourselves we revisit that later when things calm down, when I feel more secure, when retirement comes, when it makes more sense. And slowly, over time, without meaning to, we have postponed ourselves, postponed dreams, ideas, inventions. This is who I wrote Losing the Weight for. Come on, Luna Love. Come on, lay down. Good girl. This is who I wrote Losing the Weight for me and for you. Not the reckless woman, not the impulsive woman, not the irresponsible woman, but the responsible one, the capable one, the woman who became so dependable that our own desires were placed in a waiting room. Our own dreams, ideas, some things that we wanted to do were put on the side burner. Were taken off the table altogether, right? Waiting doesn't look dramatic, and I've shared that before. It looks practical because it is practical. It sounds mature because it is mature, but it has a cost, right? It cost us aliveness. It cost us creativity, truth, alignment. And here's what I have discovered in my own midlife transition. We weren't stuck. We were disciplined in postponement. I'll repeat that. We weren't stuck. We were disciplined in postponement. That realization was uncomfortable. Not an aha, like a good feeling, but uncomfortable. Because I had completed a long, successful, mind you, federal career. I had achieved what many would call the main chapter, right? And yet I had to ask myself, was I living or maintaining or surviving and not thriving, or thriving, but not fully just doing all the things that I enjoyed, right? That would bring me joy, right? That question is what shaped the blueprint inside of my latest book, Losing the Weight, right? This book is not motivation, it is guidance. It walks a woman through identifying where she has been postponing herself, releasing the beliefs that told her expansion had expired, reclaiming agency in this chapter, and building a rhythm of living rooted in faith, freedom, flow, and flourishing. We are beyond the thriving stage, honey. We are flourishing, not overnight, not dramatically, but deliberately. If you are a woman, or you know a woman who feels quietly restless, this book was written for you, for her, for me, for us. If you are a woman who is accomplished, but you sense you're not in full alignment, this book was written for you. If you are a woman who wonders whether this chapter of life, this midlife chapter, still holds growth, this book was written for you. And yes, as I mentioned, it was written for me too, me first, right? Physician, heal thyself. Eh, I had to take the medicine, right? I needed this. I looked for this and didn't find it, trying to figure out what was happening. And I had to write this for myself so that I go back to it daily. And I wanted to share that with you because I refused to let midlife become maintenance, right? Absolutely refuse. Midlife is not a time to shrink. It is not a time to sit back and take a number. This is a season that is inviting us into full participation, full agency, all of our power, all of our wisdom and knowledge and skills that we have obtained over time. This is a time to flourish, to bloom in such a beautiful way, and to be able to influence and blaze a trail for those that are coming behind us. It is a time, if there is no other season, this is a time to live honestly. This is the season where I'm hearing so many women say, I really don't care what other people think anymore, right? It doesn't matter. It's about being in alignment. It's about doing what brings us joy. It's about whatever that is for you. If it's helping other people, if it's writing the book, if it's um, writing the play, if it's becoming an actress, or if whatever it is, doing comedy for the first time, whatever it is that has been in your heart, in your spirit, in your soul to do, but because we were checking the boxes, we weren't able to. But now we're in the season, all the boxes are checked. What is our heart's desire? And if this episode feels uncomfortably familiar to you, that is your invitation. Share this with someone that you know is in the same place that you're in, right? Share this with another woman friend, a sister friend that you know is transitioning in this midlife journey. Like the channel, share it, and put your comments in the video. In the comment section. I do read those. So, I've got a question for you. Where in your life have you been postponing yourself, not loudly, but quietly? And I like to close every episode with a blessing. May you trust that this chapter deserves to be fully lived. May you release the belief that responsibility requires postponement. May your life begin moving from honesty instead of delay. And may you stop waiting to become the woman you already are. Mm. And remember, midlife is not a crisis. It's an invitation to reinvention. We're still here. We're still rising. Faith, freedom, flow, flourishing. This is 50 plus reinvented. I'll see you next episode.